my fellow primates. I'm Trace Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking to you about images and how we can use those images to create narrative. Somewhere along the evolutionary path of our species, we learned to tell stories. We told them around our campfires, oftentimes wearing elaborate costumes and masks and headdresses. We immersed our audiences while transmitting vital social cues and epistemologies. Our visual stories, our communications, our transmissions can be found all over the planet. Cave paintings, inukshuks, hieroglyphics, pottery, mosaics, architecture, all of these things are visuals. They're images that we see that tell stories. It isn't long before symbolism begins to play a role in our identity, often influencing our interpretations and meaning making. Images, especially symbolic ones, speak to our biases and bias-driven values, saying as much about ourselves as individuals as it does about the stories we're telling. We begin our existence in a very complex Pluto's cave, filled with shifting shadows and light, stories unfolding all around us while we attempt to make sense and meaning in our earliest beginnings. Then we're born and images become more striking, more defined. Then we learn to label things. We learn our high-frequency words. Associations become more complex. Meanings become more complex. We begin to assign values, and our system to thinking kicks in, and our images become even more complex. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the why and the how of using images to convey a more communicative story. Using images is a way of increasing the drama, the mystery, the tension, the suspense, the humor, the excitement, and the clarity. The inclusion of images in our narration also speaks to a broader spectrum of our audience, engaging multiple intelligences, interests, and backgrounds. Images can invoke powerful emotions, triggering the construction of connection and meaning where there might not have been any before. And research suggests that images can produce empathy and sympathy in viewers. Metaphorical and symbolic imagery have been used for thousands of years by shamans in the practice of ancient healing arts. Now let's talk about the how. You can use any number of ways to illustrate your narrative with imagery. You can sketch and draw. You can paint or do graphic art. You can take your own photographs and create your own videos. Or you can Google search specific images that fit with your story and what you're trying to convey. You can find drawings, sketchings, paintings, illustrations, photographs, and even film that you can use to help illustrate your narrative. For this particular exercise, we're going to be Google searching for images. Narrative image search on Google is pretty easy. What you have to do is you have to look over your story, find keywords, key phrases, key ideas, key thoughts, colors, any other descriptors. Find these things, pull them out, and put them in your search bar in your Google browser. And then click on images so that you get all the images that Google has pulled up in relation to those terms, ideas, thoughts, etc. Now, look through these images and find the ones that speak to you, that call to you, that stop you, that make you look twice or think twice. And then consider, why is this image pulling me to it? What's the symbolism for me in this image? What's the meaning, the connection for me? Don't be afraid to click on those images too. See where they take you. And do secondary searches on synonyms and antonyms. The results may surprise you and open up doors you never imagined were there inside your story. And that's it. It's pretty simple. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thank you for your receptivity. And please feel free to ask me any questions. I will answer them if I can.